Assalamualaikum. Now I want to read past simple, past continuous, and past perfect. Question 43. Hi, thought you'd like to know that the conference was very successful. The talk were really interesting and all the speakers had prepared their material very truthfully. Everyone agreed we should do the same next year. However, there were some problems with the conference center. When we arrived, we discovered that the manager had reserved the wrong room for us. This meant that we didn't have enough space. Unfortunately, he could not let us have the larger room because he had given it to another group, which was even bigger than ours. He had also misunderstood the form explaining what lunch option we wanted. In fact, we suspected that he had lost it. I recommend not using that venue again. Best wishes, Nona. Question 44. There are mistakes in all this sentence. Correct this sentence. The question 1. I was pleased to see my friend from uni at conference last week, as we didn't see each other since graduation. As we didn't see each other, as we hadn't seen each other. Question 2. By the time we reached the stadium, the match ended and the spectators were leaving. Ended has ended. 3. Question 3. At the end of the meal, he found he couldn't pay his share of the bill because he didn't bring his wallet. Didn't bring, hadn't brought. 4. Question 4. We were pleased that Gary was having his laptop with him, but he were less pleased when we discovered that he hadn't changed the battery. He didn't charge the battery. Was having, had. Question 5. When I came out of the cinema, I had found that the thief had taken my phone from my bag. Had found. 6. At first, the authorities thought the athlete had been using drugs, but they soon realized the lab mixed up the test result. Had been using, had been taking. 7. When my cousin came into the room, I didn't recognize him because I didn't see him since he was a child. Didn't see, hadn't seen. 8. We could not find anywhere center to stay when we arrived in Rome, so we had decided to beg a hotel room the next time. To book a hotel room at the next time. Had decided. We go to question 45. Complete the sentence with suitable verb in the correct form. Past perfect simple or past perfect continuous. 1. Why did Vicky have a shower? Because she had been working out. 2. Why didn't Becca call me last night? Because she had lost her phone. 3. Why didn't Jordan answer the door? Because he had been listening to loud music. 4. Why didn't Simon arrive for his interview? Because he had an incident. 5. Why didn't Alex eat any lunch? Because he had already eaten. 6. Why did Cora miss the bus? Because she had been talking to a friend. 7. Why didn't Ellie go to the beach? Because she had broken her leg. 8. Why did Chris lose his job? Because he had been stealing money. 46. Put the verb into the correct form: past simple, past continuous, past perfect, or past perfect continuous. Kylie has called to see her friend Gary. They are both angry. Gary said, Kylie, I'm surprised to see you. Kylie said, yeah, well, I think you owe me an explanation. Gary said, what about you? I saw you in the cafe with your sister last night. We had arranged to meet at the cinema, if you remember. Kylie said, so why didn't you come into the cafe if you saw me? Gary said, I was extremely angry and also extremely cold. I waited outside the cinema for 3/4 of an hour. Katie said, but why? Didn't you get my text? Gary said, what text? Kylie said, the text I sent you yesterday afternoon and the one from the cafe yesterday evening. Gary said, what are you talking about? Kylie said, I was walking past the cinema yesterday lunchtime when I noticed that they had changed the movie. So I text you to tell you. Then I sent you a message from the cafe to say where I was last night. Gary said, I didn't get any text from you yesterday. I tried to phone you, but there was no answer. Kay said, What? What? Let me look at your phone. Yes, there's your call to me, but not my text to you. But look at my phone. Here are my 2 texts to you, and you can see I didn't receive any text or call from you yesterday. Gary said, oh no, my phone wasn't working properly all last week, so I took it back to the shop. I thought they had mended it, but obviously not. I'm so sorry I was angry. It's just that, well, while I was waiting, I was worrying about what had happened to you. Then I saw you in the cafe. You were laughing with your sister, and I realized that you had been sitting there in the warm with her all evening. That's why I lost my temper. Kyle said, never mind, let's forget it. Where shall we go now? Gary said, what's on the cinema then? Kylie said, a new musical. My sister saw it at the weekend. She was singing the theme song all day yesterday. Gary said, oh, you must be tired of hearing it. Kylie said, I am. Let's just go and have something to eat, shall we? Gary said, yes, that's a good idea. That's it. Thank you.